After his first viral photo captured widespread attention, Comanchero Sergeant-at-Arms Tarek Zahed has once again made headlines, this time appearing in a new picture alongside Aryas Kheyali. Aryas is the brother of Idris Kheyali, a man currently charged with the 2023 murder of the notorious underworld figure Mohammed Keshtiar, also known as Afghan Ali. The fresh photograph shows Zahed and Aryas together outside a Melbourne hotel, reigniting media interest in Zahed's movements and associations within the city's criminal underworld. Zahed's first viral moment came just days earlier when he was spotted posing with former AFL star Wayne Carey. Although there is no suggestion that Carey was aware of Zahed's identity or criminal background, the image caused a significant stir due to Zahed's well-known reputation as a key figure within the bikie scene. It is also being reported that Zahed has been involved in violent clashes, linked to Comanchero associates in the city's notorious nightclub called Love Machine. However, he has not been charged. Two separate violent attacks have taken place outside this nightclub. Footage released by The Age newspaper showed a group engaged in a fierce fight at the entrance, punching and throwing security guards to the ground. 3 men were taken to hospital with bloody faces during this first incident, which occurred on July 27. Just few days after, a second assault happened at the same club involving the same group. In that attack, a man was first assaulted outside, then followed back inside where he was attacked again and subsequently taken to hospital. Reports allege that Tarek Zahed was involved in this second incident. Following this, Victoria police have arrested and charged a 28-year-old man from Narrow Warren in connection with both assaults. Love Machine nightclub has gained a notorious reputation for its links to violence and underworld activity. In April 2019, the venue was the scene of a deadly drive-by shooting that killed security guard Aaron Osmani and patron Richard Arrow, and attacked police linked to outlaw motorcycle club conflicts. The incident shocked city's nightlife scene and placed the club under intense scrutiny. Since then, Love Machine has continued to appear in crime reports. In July 2021, a violent altercation involving a VIP guest with alleged bikie connections led to police investigations, though charges were later dropped. In August 2024, a brawl outside the club involving associates of the Comancheros resulted in multiple arrests. These repeated incidents have cemented Love Machine's image as a hotspot, where city's nightlife and the criminal underworld often collide. Next we move to Queensland, where between July 28 and August 5, the State Flying Squad conducted a focused operation in the North Brisbane district. The operation resulted in 31 people being charged with a total of 176 offences. This large-scale enforcement action was the result of extensive planning and coordination between specialist units and local police, targeting a range of serious offences including property crime, drug trafficking, and weapons-related incidents. Police say the operation was aimed at disrupting organized criminal activity and reducing community harm, with officers executing multiple search warrants, seizing illegal drugs, firearms, ammunition, and other prohibited items. Authorities have described the results as a significant blow to those involved in criminal networks operating across the region.
Police search warrant, announce yourself! Police search warrant! Police search warrant, announce yourself!
Working closely with local property crime units, the SFS executed multiple search warrants targeting locations linked to drug activity, weapons possession, and other criminal behavior. One significant search took place on July 31 at a Hodgson Street address in Zillmere. Officers reportedly uncovered methamphetamine, a knife, restricted items including a billy club and laser, large sums of cash, and mobile phones believed to have been used in criminal activities. Following this raid, a 44-year-old woman from Chermside was charged with possession and supply of dangerous drugs. A 51-year-old woman was charged with unlawful possession of Category M weapons and possessing restricted items, while a 43-year-old man faced charges related to drug supply and possession of items connected to crime. All 3 are expected to appear in Brisbane Magistrates Court. Another search warrant executed on August 4 at a Farnell Street address in Chermside uncovered more drugs, including methamphetamine and cannabis, along with drug utensils, scales, clip-seal bags, and uncapped syringes. A 41-year-old Chermside woman was charged with multiple counts related to possession of dangerous drugs, drug utensils, and failing to dispose of needles properly. She is due in court. In a separate incident on July 29, SFS officers arrested a 27-year-old man from Ninghi, charging him with unlawful possession of a motor vehicle after allegedly stealing a Volkswagen Golf in Brisbane. The vehicle was later found damaged and abandoned. He also faces charges of stealing and breaching a domestic violence order. He appeared in Comanchero Magistrates Court.
On the ground.
The arrest formed just one part of the squad's busy week, which saw officers tracking suspects across multiple districts and responding to unfolding incidents in real time. Much of their success came from acting on community information, with tip-offs from the public helping to identify suspects, locate stolen property, and uncover hidden drug stashes. Officers described working long shifts and redeploying rapidly as new leads emerged, moving between property crime investigations, drug raids, and the apprehension of high-risk offenders. This combination of proactive policing, community cooperation, and swift responses highlighted the dynamic and unpredictable nature of the deployment.
There are 2 needles within the makeup bag, and then another needle down here. What can you tell me about that?
Detective Inspector Joe Nixon praised the recent deployment, emphasizing how the State Flying Squad strengthens police resources during critical periods. He noted the wide range of offenses uncovered and praised the squad's coordination with local police to deliver a strong investigative response. Nixon said the squad remains committed to removing weapons and drugs from the streets, supporting victims, engaging with the community, and making Queensland safer for everyone. Next we move to Western Australia, where detectives from the Serious and Organised Crime Division, working alongside Cannington detectives, are investigating a string of violent incidents targeting tobacco stores and commercial premises across Perth. These events have caused significant damage and raised concerns about escalating criminal activity in the area. The trouble began in the early hours of Saturday 9th of August, around 1 a.m., when police received reports that 2 rounds were fired at a commercial premises on Cecil Avenue in Cannington. The shots penetrated a metal roller shutter and a glass window of the premises. No injuries were reported, although a 27-year-old security guard was inside at the time. Less than 24 hours later, on Sunday 10th of August at approximately 4 a.m., the same premises was targeted again. 2 unknown individuals in a black Holden Barina discharged a firearm towards the building and a vehicle parked outside, causing damage. After the shooting, the suspects fled the scene. Around 4:30 a.m., police found a vehicle on fire near the Tonkin Highway in the suburb of Martin. Later that morning, at about 9 a.m., police received another report of damage consistent with gunfire to an external window of a licensed premises near Illawarra Crescent in Ballajura. A vehicle parked outside this location was also damaged. Then in the early hours of Monday 11th of August, around 2 a.m., police and the Department of Fire responded to a fire at a commercial premises on Pipit Close in Huntingdale. No injuries occurred during this incident. At around 4:05 a.m. on the same day, a small fire was reported and extinguished at a neighboring commercial property on Illawarra Crescent. A white Toyota Prado was then seen in the area around the time of the incidents. Authorities believe these multiple incidents are linked and part of a coordinated series of attacks, possibly targeting tobacco stores or related businesses. The police are appealing to the public for any information that could help identify those responsible and assist with the ongoing investigation. This recent surge in violence echoes similar patterns seen in New South Wales and Victoria, where tobacco-related criminal activity has long been an issue. Over recent years, rival groups have engaged in aggressive tactics, including shootings and arson, to control the lucrative tobacco black market. This pattern of violence appears to be spreading to Western Australia, signaling a concerning expansion of organised crime conflicts targeting tobacco outlets. Authorities are closely monitoring the situation, aiming to prevent further escalation and disruption to local communities. Next we turn to Victoria, for updates on the tragic death of innocent victim Katie Tangi, caught up in the ongoing tobacco wars. In January this year, Tangi died when criminals firebombed a townhouse in Melbourne's west, targeting the wrong address in a violent act linked to the illicit tobacco trade. She had been house-sitting for her brother and had no connection to the criminal world. The attack also killed the family dog and destroyed the property. Victoria police now say that the exiled crime boss Kazem Hamad might have organized this attack too, which was intended as retribution after theft of illegal tobacco products from his operation. Police described the perpetrators as buffoons who mistakenly targeted the wrong house. Detective Inspector Chris Murray emphasized that while Hamad did not directly order harm to Ms. Tangi, his role in tasking the attack makes him responsible for the consequences. Police have put up a $500,000 reward and are urgently calling for information from anyone who can identify the man spotted running from the scene with a petrol can. This violent episode is part of a wider pattern of conflict in Australia's tobacco black market, which has led to arson, shootings, and intimidation across multiple states. Police raids, ongoing investigations, and public appeals continue as authorities try to dismantle these dangerous criminal networks. Hamad is now being branded as the ultimate arson mastermind, a shadowy figure accused of masterminding a relentless campaign of firebombings from halfway across the world. Police allege he has plotted attacks on businesses, private homes, and even synagogues, sending his orders through an underworld network that obeys without question. From the safety of his overseas hideout, Hamad is said to ignite chaos in Australia, leaving a trail of smoldering ruins and terrified communities in his wake, as law enforcement races to stop a man who seems untouchable. Staying in Victoria, our next update is on Rebels MC's National Run 2025. Victoria Police prepared for the club's ride from the New South Wales border to Melbourne, ahead of new laws banning outlaw motorcycle gang colours in late August. About 200 bikies arrived in Mildura on Thursday, July 31, 2025, before riding to Swan Hill and then Melbourne the next day. Police kept a close watch to ensure safety and compliance. The ride was dubbed Last Hurrah. In a striking display of unity, hundreds of Rebels bikies were observed proudly donning their distinctive red and blue skull patches on t-shirts, bikes, vests, and jackets. Law enforcement authorities suspect the rebels deliberately chose this meet to assert their presence in the region. The gathering served as a demonstration of the club's numerical strength, showcasing their resolve to stand as formidable as any other motorcycle club in Australia. It was also a show of power, strength, and unity, held behind closed doors and strictly private. Non-members, outsiders, or uninvited guests were prohibited. The video released by the club featured striking visuals from the ride, including the Bridgewater Hotel by the Loddon River, the Calder Park Motorsport Complex, and concluding at Sunshine West, with drone shots and other cinematic clips added for effects. Several high-ranking Rebels bikies attended the meeting to deliberate on club matters and explore new business opportunities, including Rebels boss Damien Vella. Additionally, exiled national president Alex Vella was thought to address the club remotely via video link from Malta, adding intrigue and highlighting the event's significance within the Rebels community. New laws that come into action in late August this year will ban bikie club colors, logos, and the 1% patch, with fines up to $12,000 for individuals and around $60,000 for clubs. Specialized task forces and local police will enforce compliance of this new law. Next up, Sydney's West, where Task Force Falcon detectives have charged a 54-year-old man after uncovering a $17 million drug operation. As part of proactive investigations, detectives assisted by the Southern Region Enforcement Squad identified the man as involved in manufacturing and supplying prohibited drugs. Around 7:45 a.m. on Wednesday, August 13, 2025, police executed a search warrant at a Gilliver's Place home in Lidcombe, seizing $59,000 in cash and a mobile phone. Further inquiries led officers to a clandestine laboratory on Sussex Street. A crime scene was established, and the Drug and Firearms Squad's Chemical Operations team, along with New South Wales Fire and Rescue, dismantled the lab. Inside, police found 28 kilograms of methamphetamine valued at $17 million, along with 260 drug-making items including precursor chemicals, glassware, 3.2 kilograms of liquid methamphetamine, and 90 grams of ephedrine. About 4:45 p.m. on Thursday, August 14, 2025, police arrested the man in Lidcombe. He was taken to Auburn Police Station and charged with supplying a large commercial quantity of prohibited drugs and dealing with the proceeds of crime. He was refused bail and appeared before Burwood Local Court the same day. He will remain in custody until his next court date. Police allege he was directly involved in manufacturing and supplying methamphetamine. It is unclear as to what bikie club or organized crime syndicated he was supplying the drugs to. If you're looking for more thrilling and edgy bikie and organized crime updates, feel free to hit that subscribe button and share it around. Drop a like, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. And just a heads up, there are plenty of channels out there stealing our stories and pushing out knockoff versions. Don't fall for it. Support the originals, support the ones doing the real work, not the copycats. We're genuinely grateful for every like, every subscription, and especially every comment, and yes, we read them all. Stay tuned, stay curious, stay awesome, and take care. Wu-Tang.